Still there's always more to come. Take a step and I'm on my way. Gonna start all over.
It was time to advance into a whole new world of Pokémon.
Magnetic!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Generation 3 Pokémon. For this list, we've chosen what we believe to be the most memorable and outright coolest Pokémon that were introduced to the franchise in the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games. With that said, time to take a dive into the Hoenn region.
You're right, let's check it out!
Mudkip, the mudfish Pokémon. Mudkip uses the sensitive radar receptors on its head fin to determine what's going on around it.
Number 10, Kyogre. It was a tough call between this legendary and its counterpart, Groudon. The poster boys for Sapphire and Ruby, we eventually had to give it to this beast from the deep. With the ability to expand the oceans, this sea basin Pokémon battled his fiery rival for control over nature, and it packed quite a punch with an arsenal of powerful water-type attacks. Once you've got him on your team, it's ideal for any tough battle, just so long as you don't mind getting a bit wet.
Kyogre, get him!
Number 9, Manectric.
Electrike's a Manectric now!
Wow!
There's just something heartwarming about a faithful canine, even if said canine is prone to letting out bolts of lightning.
Go, Manectric. We'll really be able to use all the help you could give over at the power generating room.
Discharging electricity from its body constantly, this Pokémon practically carries thunderclouds around with it. When you take into account that this noble beast evolved from the adorable Electrike, it's hard not to get attached.
You're sure friendly for a wild Electrike.
Electrike.
It is also the powerhouse choice for Gym Leader Watson, so be sure to keep your wits about you, otherwise you might get a nasty shock. Number 8, Latias and Latios. We may be kinda cheating by including both in the same spot, but this legendary duo pretty much comes as a two-package deal. These dragons first appear in the Hoenn after the Pokémon League has been conquered. From that point on, it's a game of cat and mouse, as neither of these guys like to stay still for very long. If you manage to catch either one, you'll have a powerful addition to your team. Manage to snag both, and you're on the road to being unstoppable. Despite their legendary status, these Pokémon are surprisingly affectionate, creating a powerful bond with Ash in the 5th Pokémon movie.
Latias.
Number 7, Flygon. Yeah, I'm afraid there's gonna be a few dragons on this list, and it's really not hard to see why. With its dragonfly appearance and a tendency to whip up storms, you'll need a lot of patience to grab this mystic Pokémon, as it's the final form of the slightly unimpressive Trapinch.
Flygon, let's go!
We'd say that the payoff is well worth it, as its blend of ground and dragon attacks make it a powerful foe. And that's not to mention the bragging rights for owning the Pokémon known as the Desert Spirit.
Let's go!
Number 6, Aggron.
Look at that Aggron!
If you're looking for a hard hitter with an insane amount of defense, then look no further. Appearing alongside Steven Stone in his TV series debut, Aggron is quickly established as one of the most impressive additions of the 3rd generation.
Hyper Beam!
As a steel/rock type with power in spades, and being the final evolution of Aeron, it won't take you too long to gain one of these juggernauts, and when you do, you may want to make it a permanent member of your squad.
Metal Claw! And keep 'em going, Aggron!
Number 5, Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
Oh, so it was a psychic attack from you guys?
Gardevoir.
This rather human in appearance Pokemon is the final evolution of Ralts. What started off as small and shy bloomed into something graceful and elegant. But that's not where its appeal ends, as its pool of powerful psychic type moves can really dish out a lot of damage.
Don't worry, guys! Right behind you!
Though they're often believed to be strictly female, male Gardevoirs are equally as common. One of the more notable traits is that once a bond is formed, they will give their lives for their trainers without a second thought. So, if you're looking for loyalty, then look no further. Number 4, Metagross.
Metagross, let's go! Meta!
So he's chosen a steel type this time.
Continuing with a theme of unimpressive to downright imposing, say hello to the Iron Leg Pokémon, Hoenn's very own walking tank.
That Hyper Beam scores a direct hit!
Fans have granted this Pokémon the accolade of pseudo-legendary, and it's not hard to see why. With the best of steel and psychic type moves at its disposal, as well as the intelligence of a supercomputer, Metagross is a titan no matter who goes up against it. So I guess it's not hard to figure out why it's Champion Steven's weapon of choice. Number 3, Salamence.
Salamence, the dragon Pokemon. As a result of a powerful desire to fly, Salamence were able to trigger the cells in their body and cause them to grow wings.
The dragons make a triumphant return with yet another pseudo-legendary. With insane attack power and the added use of flying type moves, you have a slim chance of victory if you ever come across one of these bad boys, and wouldn't you know it, it's the trump card of Drake, the dragon expert of the Elite Four. What's more, Salamence continues to appear throughout the Pokémon series, used by powerful trainers such as Silver and the Pokémon hunter Jay. Needless to say, this dragon is more than deserving of its place on this list.
Salamence Hyper Beam!
Number 2, Blaziken.
Oh, look at that!
Not since Charizard has the final form of a fire-type starter Pokémon been so well received. Sceptile and Swampert are certainly awesome in their own right, but Blaziken stands out as the most essential of the Gen 3 starters.
Go, Blaziken! Fire Punch!
And Blaziken's Fire Punch did a lot of damage!
Able to leap a 30-story building with one jump, with the most powerful fire and fighting type techniques at its disposal, including Blaze Kick, Blaziken served as May's adept fighter, giving her all the firepower she needed.
Blaziken! Use Flamethrower right back!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Zangoose, the cat ferret Pokemon. Zangoose usually walks around on all fours, but stands on its hind legs when angry. It's very quick and can easily dodge most enemy attacks.
Fight, Mawile!
Now, Regice Blizzard, let's go!
Number 1, Rayquaza. Was there ever any doubt? The dragon to end all dragons and often considered to be the greatest of all legendaries, the Sky High Pokemon takes the crown as the 3rd generation's greatest. Living in the ozone layer for millions of years, it descended to Earth for one reason, and that was to give both Groudon and Kyogre a colossal time out. Appearing in Destiny Deoxys, Rayquaza made its presence known by going toe-to-toe with 2 Deoxys, with unbelievable attack power and a move list that can decimate all but the absolute strongest. It's the ultimate challenge and prize for any trainer. Do you agree with our list? Which Generation 3 Pokemon do you think should have taken the top spot? For new top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Hi there, little skitty witty poo!
Explain that.